Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike. Cheers. David takes Jerusalem. 2 Samuel 5:6. David then led his men to Jerusalem to fight against the Jebusites, the original inhabitants of the land who were living there. The Jebusites taunted David, saying, "You'll never get in here. Even the blind and lame could keep you out." Perched on top of a still ridge and surrounded by stone walls, Jerusalem looks invincible to David's army standing in the valley below. The soldiers must wonder what makes David think they can take it. After all, Israelites have been in the country for at least 200 years, perhaps 400. Scholars debate the timing of Joshua's conquest, and so far the Israelites still haven't managed to capture and hold the city. There is one report from shortly after Israel's conquest of the country that suggests otherwise. The men of Judah attacked Jerusalem and captured it, killing all its people and setting the city on fire, which can be found in Judges 1:8. Perhaps many Jebusites fled the city before the battle, then came back afterwards to build it even stronger. David targets Jerusalem because he thinks it will make a perfect capital for Israel. Location is the reason. It sits in no man's land on the border between the tribes of Judah and Benjamin. That means if David conquers it and declares it the nation's capital city, he won't be showing favoritism to any of Israel's 12 tribes. Besides that, this is a city that's easy to defend and hard to capture. David gives his troops plenty of motivation for battle. 1 Chronicles 11:6. Whoever is first to attack the Jebusites will become the commander of my armies. He also gives a word of advice in 2 Samuel 5:8. Whoever attacks them should strike by going into the city through the water tunnel. He may have been talking about the 52-foot high vertical shaft that functioned like a city well. Protected inside the city, people could drop a water bucket down this shaft. The bucket would land in Gihon Spring, a pool of water inside a small cave below Jerusalem at the base of the ridge. Joab, the son of David's sister, is the first one up the shaft. What happens next is a mystery. Perhaps he throws open the city gates, allowing his comrades to charge inside. However, the battle unfolds. David's army wins. David expands the city and turns it into Israel's political center. Then he begins the long process of transforming it into Israel's spiritual center too. He does this by bringing the town Israel's most sacred relic, the Ark of the Covenant, a gold-covered chest that holds the 10 Commandments. David also builds an altar on a bedrock threshing floor near the city, and there he offers sacrifices to God. Israel's main worship center, though, lies a few miles north of the sacred tent in the city of Gibeon. But within a few decades, at God's command, David's son Solomon will build a temple in Jerusalem, and from that time on, Jerusalem will remain the Jewish people. And for that time on, Jerusalem will remain for the Jewish people the most sacred city on earth, and one of the most sacred cities to all believers too. Stay blessed. Stay caffeinated. And whatever the Lord's plan is for you, trust Him. He will not lead you astray. Much love.